Yes, folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Dave, and we've got a brand new Football Manager experiment here for you today. Today, we're going to be looking at Francisco Trincao at Wolves. His move from Barcelona to Wolves was confirmed yesterday on an initial loan deal with a view to making it permanent. But today, we're going to be looking at how he gets on at Wolves. We've got about 5 seasons worth of action. I've just moved him from Barca to a permanent deal just to see how he'd get on at Molineux. And for the first time on the channel as well, we're going to be looking at Bruno Lage at Wolves too. I've not done an experiment on him previously, so we can sort of combine this all together. So we've got Bruno Lage in charge at Wolves, and then, as you will see here, we've got Francisco Trincao also at the club with a very old face pack image of him there. Firstly, standout attributes. Of course, these are subject to change for next year's game. But standout attributes are dribbling, first touch, technique, and vision. Still very, for a young player, still very, very strong technicals, mentals, and physicals throughout. And with a lot of first-team football over the next couple of years or so, we could see these increase and become much, much better. So, yeah, we're going to skip forward a number of years. We'll do it season by season, see how Trincao gets on. So let's start off with the end of the first season. So we're at the end of season 1, and things don't look like they've gone too well for Bruno Lage. As you can see, the Wolves job is available. But let's see how Trincao has got on at Wolves in season 1. Value has shot up a little bit, obviously 21 years of age now. And we have seen him grab an average rating of 7.10 in the league, 4 goals and 4 assists. Starting 26 games, coming off the bench in 5 of those. So a 7.07 average rating throughout the majority of the season isn't too bad, especially considering what has happened to Bruno Lage, which we'll have a look at shortly. So moving to Wolves, as you can see there. Now, in terms of where he played this season, it was predominantly as a right midfielder. You'd expect Bruno Lage would have played a 4-4-2, and he also played one game at left midfield, which he actually scored a goal in that game as well. So let's very, very, very quickly have a look at Wolves. They finished 7th in the league, 1 point out of Europa League places, and Bruno Lage has been sacked. I think that's very, very harsh. A 51% win ratio as well. That is ruthless. I did a few draft experiments before today with Bruno Lage in charge, and every time he had very good league finishes and just got sacked very, very harshly. You can see here his system was a 4-4-2, and just overall for Wolves, knocked out in the third round of the FA Cup and third round of the Carabao Cup, but Raul Jimenez, he got him scoring goals, 16 goals for Jimenez on his return to the first team for Wolves. This is an up-to-date database with up-to-date transfers. So as you can see, Brentford, Norwich and Watford are in the Premier League. Watford and Norwich went down. But very, very good first season for Wolves. And Trincao, hopefully after 1 year in the Premier League, we can see him adapt and grow even more as a player. And obviously, we'll be keeping our eye on who Wolves bring in. So it's the end of season 2, and we'll have a quick look at Francisco Trincao again. Still at Wolves, which is good. Value has gone up slowly, but it's at £36 million now. This season, not starting as many games. Only 18 starts, 17 appearances off the bench. Still 3 goals and 2 assists in the Premier League. 1 assist in the FA Cup as well. A lower average rating of 6.93. You can see some of his attributes, especially his mentals, have started to sort of rise a little bit in particular. But this season, although I say, in terms of game time, he actually played a part in more games this season, but lower average rating in terms of minutes overall. Minutes per goal, 605 per goal. Yeah, he's still got a decent amount over the season. In terms of development, where he was playing, predominantly as a right midfielder, right winger, 34 games, 3 goals, 3 assists, 1 game as a left winger, again, where he got a decent average rating. And still not broken into the Portugal team, though, as of yet. So let's have a quick look at Wolves. Gattuso in charge of Wolves. I finished 15th. You'll have to ignore this because obviously I've got a new database. That's going to have mucked up a little bit. But yeah, I finished 15th, which is frustrating for Wolves. I'll have a look. Meriton Shabani finishing as Wolves' top goal scorer this season. 15, 5 points clear of the relegation zone. what were the transfers that were made? Oh, look at the state of some of those. Let me quickly see. So they brought in Michael O'Neill, who lasted till Christmas, before Christmas, and then brought in Gattuso in January. Some of those transfers are abysmal. Malang Sarr coming in on loan, which is fair enough. Adrian from Liverpool. Abdul Mumin, who's a centre-back. He looks alright, to be fair, from Victoria. Marco Brighton, oh my word. No wonder Wolves finished so badly. And in terms of sales, Connor Cody, Daniel Podence, Rafa Mir. Oh, gosh. Okay. I do wonder, so in terms of system of 4-2-3-1, that's how it was being played. How on earth did Meriton Shabani finish top goal scorer? 13 goals in the Premier League, which is very, very impressive. Playing as a number 10 for Wolves. Jimenez with just 10 goals this season. Wow. And Trincao, as you can see, playing on the right there. Kramaric getting a little bit of game time. And still got a dominant Traore and Pedro Neto in there, despite obviously getting rid of Daniel Podence. But very, very strange season that falls. And now Gattuso. Be interesting to see how Trincao gets on in Season 3. We're on to Season 3 now, and we'll see how he gets on in the 22-23 season. And this term, playing or starting a lot more games. 31 starts. Oh, this is a much better season. 31 starts, 3 coming off the bench, 8 goals and 5 assists. Again, attributes look like they're just growing. Value is shooting up as well, which is great to see. Now played exactly 100 league games for Wolves. But yeah, much better season. Best average rating by far. Best season for goal contributions by far as well, which is great to see. In terms of development, 41 games this season on the right wing with 11 goals in all competitions with 5 assists and 1 game on the left-hand side. So got 3 goals in the FA Cup. So we'll have a look at that because it looks like maybe Wolves went on a little bit of a cup run there. But minutes per goals in all competition, 294 minutes, which isn't bad. But Wolves have now got a new manager and finished 13th in the Premier League. So Dejan Stankovic is now the new manager after Gattuso was sacked in February of this season with a 27% win ratio. Stankovic has come in and only got 36% as well. In terms of transfers for Wolves, again, there's some alright ones. Christian Pavlin on loan. Even Basuma came in from Brighton. Minamino in from Liverpool. In terms of sales, again, nothing big. Jean Martino went to Benfica. Patrick Catrone left. Marco Brighton left. Spending almost 10 million on Marco Brighton and getting 375k for him. Fosun would never. Adama Traore, Fabio Silva all going out on loan. Oh man. I've never seen Wolves make so many ropey signings. But yeah, in terms of this season, 43 points. Very, very mid-table form, isn't it? 13 points away from the drop zone. Raul Jimenez finishing top goal scorer, just 9 goals. FA Cup runner-up. And 4th round of the Carabao Cup. So they got in. So that must mean they're possibly into Europe next season, Wolves. Jimenez finishing top goal scorer in the FA Cup with a 2-0 defeat to Man City. And Trincao, as you can see there, the top average rating for that competition. So things are, although league position's not great, Wolves are coming close to silverware and hopefully now taking a step forward. But they just need to find that little bit of stability with a manager. We'll move on to Season 4 now. The penultimate season of this experiment, and hopefully we see Trincao pick up similar, if not better numbers in this season. So then here we are, Season 4, Francisco Trincao at Wolves. And this season, again, really decent, which is good. Obviously not in the Europa League unless he just didn't play for whatever reason. But another 2 goals in 2 in the FA Cup. A goal in a couple of games in the Carabao Cup. But 7 goals and 9 assists again, which is another really tasty return for Trincao. In terms of average rating, it's by far his best this season. By far, great amount of assists, a good amount of goals as well. Playing in all bar 1 of the Premier League games this season, which is great to see. In terms of development, every single game this season as an attacking right midfielder. 10 goals and 9 assists in all competitions. And yeah, things are looking good. I'm happy that he's doing so well. I'm really surprised that we've not seen him break into the Portugal team as of yet. Maybe with a major tournament in this coming season now, we may see that happen. But yeah, really surprised that's not the case so far. Wolves this season finishing 4th under Stankovic. Wow. I've actually seen him take over Wolves in previous saves and doing quite well. And he's finished 4th. Let's quickly see who's signed up. Right, going back. Right, okay. Loads of Portuguese signing. Pizzi, Pizzi coming in, although he's got no pace anymore. Rafa coming in, and that's a really, really tidy signing. Pedro Gonçalves returning to Wolves for in total £48 million. Juan Larios, he's not brilliant if I'm honest. Thierry Correa is a decent backup option, and Mario Vuskovic coming in as well. In terms of sales, also £88 million worth. Most of that being Ruben Neves going to Juventus for £65 million. Max Kilman going to Ukraine to join Dynamo Kiev. And a couple of different little signings as well. But good to see Trincao playing. 4-2-3-1 once again on the right. Gonçalves in the middle there, behind Orezo, who I must have missed. Mateus Orezo, good player, 11 goals this season. Ramsdale as well, I've missed some of these signings. Senior squad though for Wolves this season. Best average rating was Trincao, most assists was Trincao, and finishing 4th in the league comfortably as well. It's not like they've just notched in there, comfortably finishing 4th in the league with 24 wins this season. Much better. Arezzo and Gonçalves as top goal scorers with 11 goals each. FA Cup 5th round, Carabao Cup quarter final. We saw Trincao and Mateus Arezzo finishing top goal scorers in the FA Cup. That is much better by Wolves. A really solid season. After 3 seasons of mid-table mediocrity, we've seen Dejan Stankovic come in and change Wolves. They've got some interesting players I didn't even notice. Patricio's still there, but Ramsdale in goal. And before you judge, Ramsdale is very good on FM currently. Still got Semedo, Lewis Dunk in there, Johnny still there. Really like that. So we're going to jump into the final season, and Wolves are actually going to be in the Champions League for this season. But Trincao, so far, so good. If he can keep up, if he can hit double figures for both goals and assists, I'll be very happy going into the final season. So then here we are, final season of the experiment. And we're going to look at Francisco Trincao, still at Wolves. And very close to hitting double figures in both goals and assists. And as you can see, Wolves Trincao playing 6 games in the Champions League and 6 games in the Europa League. So Wolves may well have got very close to a final if they hadn't made it. But 8 goals and 8 assists in the league only. Played a really strong amount of games, 48 overall. His attributes now are probably at a point that aren't going to change too much. I was hoping that his physicals, because they're good, but I thought he'd be like super quick. They've not changed too much, but we've seen his mental side of the game really mature and really flourish over his career. Got a new contract at Wolves now till 2029 on 175k a week. Finally broken into the Portugal team as well with 2 caps. But overall, another good season in the league. Really being consistent now with his numbers as well. Decent amount of Man of the Match awards. And 7.3 average rating. So in terms of numbers, probably second best season other than last year. Playing again predominantly as a right winger. Had a 1 game at left wing, but right wing is where he got all his goal contributions. But yeah, happy that he broke into the Portugal team there as well. So let's jump in and see how Wolves got on overall. 8th this season in the Premier League. Stankovic still in charge. Let's have a very quick look at his transfers. Luke Shaw coming in, Idrissa Gueye, Danny Ings, Callum McGregor, maybe Kamara from Manchester United as well. Some alright signings there. A few sales. Minamino left the club. Correa left the club. Pizzi left the club. Fabio Silva out on loan again. It's a shame we've not seen much of Fabio Silva. He's not really had a huge amount of game time, has he? Slapped it in Verona, but that was the 2nd division of Italy. It would have been nice to see maybe how him and Trincao got on. Shabani out on loan as well, despite him slapping the goals a couple of seasons ago. Still playing a 4-2-3-1. But this season, Wolves... Right, so they got to, finished 3rd in the Champions League group. It was a fairly tough group, looking at that, with Bayern, Valencia, and RB Salzburg. A quarter-final of the Europa League, lost out to Leicester City. Quarter-final of the FA Cup and 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, and finishing 8th in the league. Unfortunately, just missing out on European football again. But Mateus Arezzo finished top goal scorer. Trincao getting the most assists in the league, which you like to see. Best average rating for him in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup as well. I very quickly looked though. Did Wolves have to qualify? No, they were straight into the group stage. I do wonder why they played so many Europa games. But yeah, they beat Sporting, which would have been a great game, home and away, Wolves, and then beat Wolfsburg, and then unfortunately lost out to Leicester. A little bit of a wobble, as you can see there, towards the end of the season, unfortunately. But that was, guys, Francisco Trincao at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it today. Obviously, if we sign any other players of note, then maybe we could look at this experiment. I'd assume there was players like Mosquera possibly in this team. But obviously we didn't really have a look at it. Yeah, Jesse Mosquera is still here at Wolves, playing predominantly in the Papa John's Trophy, but we never saw him play for the first team. Doesn't look too bad, but he is transfer listed at the moment. But yeah, I can get all obviously the transfer updates. We can chuck all these players in whenever under Bruno Lage. Hopefully when his backroom staff get announced, we can sort of put them in the game as well. But be sure to hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I've been uploading a journeyman series where I'm currently managing Wolves, which is some really good fun as well if you want to check that out on my YouTube channel. A couple of videos out a week. But until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.